Hello, every creature. So, as I'm recording this, I'm rewatching the Mr. Sakurai Presents, which is actually pretty cool because there was a lot of interesting things about it. Like I said, personally, I didn't care who got in. It could have been Helix for all I care, but Min's still a really good character too. But whenever the presentation first started off, it kind of surprised me because we're so used to seeing Sakurai at the workplace, but it's interesting seeing that he's dealing with the same situation like everybody else is, where they have to stay at home. And so, that being said, we got to kind of take a little sneak peek at what his house looked like. And like the one thing I really liked was his setup that he had with the two big TVs and the all the game systems. The reason why I take fascination in that is because it's kind of like me. I don't develop games or anything, but I like to hoard, basically collect different kind of games, consoles and whatnot. So in a way, it kind of made me feel like he was kind of like me. But so anyways, so whenever the presentation started and it showed the animation, the thing I thought that was really cool was the fact that they did the animation with Kirby and Captain Falcon, because it kind of shows that Kirby will eat anything like that, and then Captain Falcon was taking his whole time just eating it all. But this one kind of reminded me of how they did like K. Rool and Banjo, where they pretty much made people think it was a certain character, but then it wasn't, but then turned around and it actually was. So yeah, and as I'm recording this, I'm using footage that I recorded to actually play against Min because I wanted to kind of get a feel for her again. Because I used to play her a lot on ARMS when I played regularly, but I kind of, you know, how everybody was with it since it wasn't too popular. But I hope with her inclusion, or just the ARMS inclusion in general, it will kind of bring up, what do you call it? It'll bring a resurgence back to the game. Because it's actually a really good game, it's just underappreciated, in my opinion. But so, as I'm watching, or as I watched, it was kind of interesting to see how he incorporated the different three arms, which is kind of funny because I didn't mention the heavy one, and the boomerang one wasn't the one specifically they showed, but it's kind of funny because it works the same way in the game wise. But yeah, it's still pretty cool how they did that. It's just gonna be kind of hard because a lot of the characters you play as, you use the A button for like your regular attacks and like your smash attacks, and then the B button, you usually use that for their different types of specials. But the way Min is, you have the A attack, which does one arm, and then you have the B button, which does the other arm, but it also can do specials and stuff. It's kind of crazy how the way he took it to be, though, because I didn't expect it really. But yeah. To be honest, though, I thought they'd kind of go with her stage in the game, which is basically the ramen themed one. But you know, I think, yeah, the spring stage seems pretty interesting too. Although I don't know. I guess I had a little bit of different expectations because I thought they would have kind of coordinated it together with Min. But beggars can't be choosers, so I'm so happy she's in anyways. But yeah, it's pretty interesting also how she's good against heavies, but bad against people like Kirby and whatnot. So that's gonna be kind of a challenging thing to get used to, because every character that's in the game, they kind of have their strengths and weaknesses. But this one's pretty interesting because how she has to coordinate her arms and whatnot. So it's gonna be interesting to see how people play as her, what kind of chains and whatnot they do. I only say that because it's interesting to me. I'm not really a competitive person myself, I've never really been. I only just play for fun. But seeing how other people do, it's pretty interesting also. But it's just really cool though. But the other thing I wanted to talk about too also was during it they also showed that they were adding more features for the spirits, which I think is pretty cool. I kind of wish that whenever for that they would have made it to where it would be easier to re-challenge the spirits you don't have and then get a chance to earn them. But I mean, it's still pretty cool either way. Let's see what else. It's pretty interesting also how whenever Sakurai does these, how he does them all by himself with like 2 hands, or he'll have 4 controllers, and it's just really interesting to me because like it shows you the dedication and how much he loves this game. And I know he's worked so hard on it, and I know how the fan base for this always wants more and more and more. And at some points I kind of understand, at some points I don't. But to be honest, I'm just glad that this game even exists, because like when it comes to fighting games, I'm not really much of a Tekken person or Street Fighter person, because I've seen how crazy people can get with their combos and stuff like that. But with how Smash Ultimate is, and how usually the whole series has been, you can pretty much pick up a controller and play it pretty easily. And all you literally have to do is, if you want the best person to use, but also the hardest, which is kind of weird, but Kirby is one of those characters that you can just pick up and easily use, but also complicated due to all the combos and all the copy abilities you can use. But the other thing I wanted to talk about too real quick was the Mii costumes. I think those are really cool though, because they have different ones. I'm just surprised honestly that they decided to put the Vault Boy in, because it's kind of one of those weird things, because you'd think that with how it is, that Bethesda may have not wanted to do anything with it and whatnot. So it's just interesting to see all of them. But then again, I shouldn't be surprised because they've got Cuphead in, they got Sans from Undertale in. But yeah, anyways, that's my video. I hope you'll have a wonderful day, and I'll see you later.